Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Barclay with me, Jez Davies. What are you laughing at, Morgan?
I feel like I'm home with that theme tune.
I can hear some laughing in the background as well. It's Fiona. She always laughs when I go into my official start of the episode. So, yeah, how are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired of seeing your face.
Fair enough. I suppose we better move on then. So, of course, we're joined with our fellow Beyond the Barclay team member, Adi Coote. How are you, Adi?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. And I'm never tired of seeing your face.
Oh, what a sweetheart. Amanda, if you'd welcome on board, and thanks for jumping on the podcast this evening. Just like to perhaps introduce yourself as well to the team.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Amanda, and I'm the co-founder of Amber's Army, a local charity here in Norfolk.
Fantastic, and thank you so much for joining us. We're obviously looking forward to hearing some of the stuff you've been doing with the charity and the event that you've got coming up at the end of August as well. Perhaps we could just start with that, I suppose. Just tell us a little bit about the event you've got coming up in Dereham at the end of this month.
Yeah, so we are holding an Amber's Army All-Stars charity football match. It will be Amber's Army team versus Norwich City Legends. And it's going to be held at Dereham Football Club, Oldest Park, I believe is the name. Gates open at 12, kickoff is at 3. Lots for the family to do. So bouncy castles, face painters. We've got a pizza food vendor. We've got bakerholics coming to fill us full of sugar. And then Sugar Rush Hut if the children haven't had enough cake full of sweets. An ice cream van as well. And I think Dereham are doing some hot food as well for everybody.
Brilliant.
Well, chargeable, obviously. But loads to do. We've got huge range of auction prizes, ranging from helicopter rides, Harry Kane signed boots. We've got some Todd Cantwell signed boots, loads of 4 balls, some Norwich City items, shirts, balls, you kind of name it, really. We're going to kind of have it. It's going to be huge. Brilliant. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. And is this the first event that you've held of this nature, or have you held sort of events before like this?
So we held a sort of similar. When Amber, my little girl, was initially diagnosed back in 2019, Matty Gill, who's a close friend of ours, he organised with Chris Brown, the chairman of Horsford Football Club. They held a charity match for us actually over at Bowthorpe. And that was Norwich City Legends kind of versus Horsford team back then. But that was quite a long time ago. This is kind of like the most official, the official one that we've held. And then Celebrity Soccer held one kind of on our behalf last year, but we kind of Benny McCann approached me and said, can we hold one for you? So this will be our kind of first official one, as you like, as the charity and us running it.
Oh, brilliant. No, best luck with it. And as I say, anything we can do to support and help you out, do let us know.
Thank you.
I guess the first question that I'm going to ask, I'll go first today. So what is Amber's Army and how did the charity come about, just for those that are unaware?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I just mentioned a little bit there about Amber being diagnosed. So when Amber was 5, she was diagnosed with a brain tumour, which for any parent is just awful. Kind of got rushed to Adam Brooks. She had it all removed. Everything looked quite positive. They said it was cancerous, which we kind of guessed because we were in a ward with children like with no hair and really, really poorly. So we kind of guessed it was going to be cancer, but they were quite positive that because she'd had it all removed, the future would look quite bright. We went to Germany to have like radiotherapy. It was like really special, like pencil beam therapy. She had that every day for 6 weeks, and we lived out in Germany for 6 weeks, which was quite hard. then came back. She had a little break, bless her, a few weeks off, and then she had a grueling 9 months of chemotherapy, which kind of fell in COVID times. So as you can imagine, that was horrendous, because I would go to hospital with Amber and my husband John would stay at home with our son Max, and we'd sort of live this kind of separate life. But again, Amber embraced it with a smile on her face. She bounced back after every kind of session of it, and still, yeah, looking good, looking promising. The hospital said there was always kind of a chance that it would come back, but you try and be like super positive and think it's not going to happen. But sadly, back in 2022, it returned, and the hospital said there's nothing more we can do, so you need to go and make memories. So after lots of tears and lots of screaming, we were like, okay, well, that is exactly what we need to do then. Like, do you know what I mean? Literally anything, you name it. Reached out to friends, family. As I just mentioned, friends held a Norwich City Legends kind of football match for us, raised thousands of pounds. With that money back then, we could do wonderful things as a family. So we could go to Disney, we could, I don't know, go to Centre Park, do anything Amber wanted to do and we wanted to do as a family, we could all do it, which was just wonderful. And in those kind of last 9 months of her life, that's exactly what we did. We lived life to the fullest and made as many memories as we could. And every day my husband and I would just be like, Amber's going to pass, but she's going to pass, and we've got no regrets because we've made loads of memories. We'll never. She'll always be in our heart, but we've got photos and lifelong memories. And we kind of said, I think we should actually help other families who are going through a difficult time. Let's turn Amber's life and her passing into something positive. So while we're at the hospice, the Nook in Poringland, we decided to create the charity. Now, when the match that they did, my friend set up a GoFundMe and she actually called it Amber's Army. So it just made sense that when we decided to become a charity, that we continued the name and called it Amber's Army. So we established it soon after Amber passed. She passed an hour before her 9th birthday in January 2023, and in March 2023 Amber's Army was official. It was a registered charity, and we became, and we started. We felt that we needed to support families, like I mentioned, to create memories. Our kind of slogan is create rainbows in the darkest of days. We just felt that often charities, and this isn't a criticism, would kind of give gifts to the poorly child. They'd really focus on the poorly child, but we had Max, who was 11, 12, 13, 14 at the time, through the whole of her journey. And it was a bit like, what about him? What's he getting out of this? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got to carry on his life when she passes, and he's got to have the memory. So we felt, I'm waffling a little bit, but
no,
we just felt that other people going through such a rubbish time needed to have memories, needed to have smiles. So that's exactly what we said we would do. We would support initially Norfolk families where a child's got a terminal cancer diagnosis. So we would meet those families, we would find out what they enjoy, would send them on trips to the zoo, Centre Parks, kind of whatever they wanted. Norwich matches, send them, make them be mascots. We've done that, which has been wonderful. Anything that they want. One of the siblings of one of our families wanted to meet Luke Littler. Lots of messages, lots of Googles. He came to Norwich, got it organised. So that that was just wonderful for that sibling, because his sister had actually passed. Literally, no, that's a lie. Sorry, she was in a hospice herself while he met Luke Littler, and there was a time when should he go? Should he be with his sister? But actually, the smile on his face when he was going through such a rough time to meet Luke was something small for us, but huge for him, and those are the kind of things, that you can get your head around what we do, kind of thing. So, and now we offer support to Suffolk families as well, because there's a need there, and it's not very far, is it?
No.
Let's be honest. As long as they're not Ipswich fans.
This is great. This is true.
We do try and establish that quite early. No, or you you know, and some people will think, oh, why is she joking like that? I've lost my daughter. I have to find jokes. I have to find happiness and joy in things, do you know? And yeah, you just have to. So making a silly joke is, you know, just how I get through.
No, and this is it. And I think, you know, thank you so much for sharing that story. And obviously, I think a lot of Norwich fans will be aware of Amber through the fact that she won Fan of the Year, didn't she?
Yeah, 21, 22. So
22.
Yeah.
And Killian, who helps us out with the channel, he said that, you know, you know Killian, you know, was honoured as well, you know, to be within that running, but also, you know, he's really pleased that Amber won that. But I think the biggest memory for me was at the Coventry game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was it. I don't think anybody was there that wouldn't have been touched by that, would they? Just that unity of two teams for her, just for Amber was, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just it was just so special. You know, at the time it was hard when you, sometimes I can talk about it and it's fine, but then, you know, knowing that you were there, you saw it, and quite a few people still say to me, saw you that day. So mate, like what happened that day was just breathtaking, wasn't it? Just,
yeah,
I still can't believe it. And Amber would just be, she'd just be so happy, like at how famous she is, she'd just be, well, do you know what I mean? She'd love it.
No,
absolutely love it.
How, I mean, describe, obviously we're all Norwich fans, I mean, describe what the football club through that time, and how do they help you now, I guess, with the charity?
Well, Pete, the kit man, is just phenomenal, and we spoke just the other day, and he's so behind this charity match. And you know, it's difficult for the club to constantly support, and I totally get that, because all charities want a little piece of Norwich City, don't they? Do you know what I mean? But you know, we were a charity to kind of support like a community partner one game, sorry, I can't exactly remember the kind of phrase, and we had Amber's Army up across the ground, which was just phenomenal. Like couldn't have asked for something better there, to be honest. But yeah, Pete's gonna sort of help us with like the Norwich kit, and Pete is like, we need to make this big, Amanda, we need to take this, you know, make this big every year. And do you know what I mean? Like, and ex-players, obviously when Amber was fan of the season, she was really close to like Tim Krul and stuff. And obviously, you know, as you know, in footballers move on, and you know, we've still got a few that hold her close to their hearts, bless them. Do you know what I mean? But otherwise, they've moved on. But
no, of course. And I think, Morgan, did you want to move on to question 2? I think we might have.
Oh, sorry, Morgan. Yeah, I might have answered it.
Nice.
No, I mean, I've actually got a question to throw at Amanda and AD. So AD's on this, obviously on the call, because he's part of the Norwich 11 or whatever it is.
Legends.
How did you get involved, AD? What was the process and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I was messaged from a friend, so a guy that I used to do football coaching with quite a few years back. Sent me a flyer through and asked me if I'd be interested in playing, and I replied pretty much instantly saying that I'd be honoured to be a part of it.
Yeah, cool. So who makes up the team then?
So we're not a full 11 because lots of them are on holiday, which is a bit rubbish, isn't it? But it is, do you know what I mean? It is the end of August. But Robert Fleck isn't playing, he's managing. Robert Fleck is actually managing the Amber's Army All-Stars team. Sorry. Just seriously.
We love this.
But the worst thing is, they're never on the table. Seriously, never climb on the table. Yeah. What the hell? Robert Fleck is the manager. So he's not playing.
Yeah.
Simon Lappin is playing. his wife was my support assistant in my job at the college, which is just wonderful. So our paths crossed like that. So he's really keen to play, and he was involved in the one back in 2019 at Bowthorpe. He didn't play; he was injured that day, but he's playing this time. Adam Drury is playing. Cedric Anselin, is that how you say his name? Sorry if that's wrong. Scott Howie. He's a goalie, I believe. So he's yeah. And Grant Hall. There are legends. There are Norwich City legends. Yeah,
Brilliant.
I think as I say, Matty Gill would play. He's got a big match that day, Rangers and Celtic. So we'll let him off not coming. Yeah, we'll let him off that. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? As I say, quite a few have said, sorry, we're actually on holiday because it's, end of August, isn't it? But yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, a couple of the Jarvis brothers, Rossi and I can't remember. Yeah, Ryan, yeah. Sorry, and them guys, yeah, they're playing too.
And AD.
Amazing.
Oh, sorry, AD, yeah.
Right.
You'd already said he was playing.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch you, AD.
Wow. Norwich has obviously had a real influence on your, I don't know. Yeah, the bar is low.
You keep trying to rope me into coming to play for your team that you're with, Ollie, right?
Yes, if that makes you feel better.
I'm terrible.
I could probably do about 5 minutes these days, but we'll see. I mean, we've talked a lot about the football that day, Amanda, but what about some of the other things that are going to be happening? Have you got any sort of local music celebrities that might be in attendance?
Yeah, we've got the boys from Sons of Mark. They're going to be playing against AD and the Norwich City legends, and of course performing at the end. They're huge supporters of us. They've been amazing ever since that we became a charity. They're wonderful. So they'll be there at the end. We've got a bit of a TikTok legend. Have you heard of Teacher Tommy? I think he's a big Norwich fan. Yeah. So he's going to be playing again against the Norwich fans. And he'll be doing, well, what he does best, entertaining the children, no doubt. We've got Ben Langley playing against the Norwich City legends as well. So local, I think he's a bit of a hero, to be fair. I think he's absolutely hilarious. AD, do you know Ben Langley, AD?
I've seen him a few times over at the Hippodrome.
Yeah. So he's pretty brilliant. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. And of course, I don't know if any of you have seen, but we have inflatable unicorns as our mascots, and they often run Norwich, and they're at all of our events, and so they'll be in attendance as well, probably doing a little bit of a dance to entertain everybody. And we do have spare costumes.
Yes,
Morgan.
that's what I was about to ask. Can we get Jez in one, please?
Oh no, and you, yeah.
Yeah, and you, Morgan.
Oh,
that's backfired, isn't it?
A little bit.
But you ask about entertainment, and I said we've got masses of raffle and auction prizes, but we've actually also got a car up for a raffle as well. It's a pink,
really?
Yeah, it's a pink Nissan Micra convertible. It's flipping awesome, to be fair. Yeah, Benny McCann donated it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is awesome, and it's just £10 a ticket. Yeah, and he's put a reserve on it, which is fair to him. And he said if he doesn't meet the reserve, he is going to donate it to the charity no matter what. So that is pretty awesome. I mean, I want someone to win it, because for £10 and you win a blooming car is just great, isn't it?
It's excellent. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just
Jez, I hope you win it. You enter it, and I hope you win it.
Can you imagine me driving around in a pink Nissan Micra?
Have you ever seen that Simpsons episode where there's that tiny little car, and then is it the guy who goes ha ha, and he stops the car. This guy gets out of it. He's this massive, tall dude, just crammed into this tiny little car. That's what I imagine Jez would be like.
Well, I learned to drive in a Mini, so Rod's tipple. The one tip will turn if he's listening. He's an Ipswich fan, unfortunately, but so he probably won't be listening. AD, over to you, sir. What's the reason why you wanted to get involved? And it's such a silly question because it's so obvious the answer. But why do you want to get involved in this event, and what does it mean to you personally?
Yeah, I mean, being asked was quite an easy decision to say yes. Obviously, was very aware as things were sort of developing with Amber, and it was lots of publicity around it and stuff, and it was hard not to kind of get drawn into sort of the emotion of it all, and kind of how terribly sad and difficult it must have been for everybody involved. And then to see like your slogan, I guess, that sort of rainbow coming out of the sort of darker times in bringing people together and raising money, raising awareness. I've been on the website, and my understanding is it's not just these experiences that you offer for families, but it's also that sort of emotional support for families as well, which I feel is incredibly important. And so, to be asked is a real, privilege and a real honor, if you like, because, I'm turning up for, I don't know, 60 minutes of a run around, but the bigger picture is the awareness, the money, everything that we raise that can then be used towards, again, creating these rainbows for people. And, Amanda, when you were talking about the Luke Littler story and the boy spending time and the smile on his face, that image that I pictured in my mind just completely encapsulated that idea of a rainbow for him in that very dark moment. And so to be a small part of something so giving and so big and so positive in the face of something so sad is something that will absolutely get involved with every time if I can.
Thank you so much,
Ailey, that's beautiful. Amanda, likewise. And I said at the very start tonight, if there's anything that we can do for you here, and we'll push. With your invite, of course, we'd love to come down on the day and perhaps cover it.
Of course, definitely, 100%.
Cover it, and it's the ultimate goal is to raise as much money as possible for the charity, isn't it? But to also spread the word and spread as Adis said, spread the awareness of what you're trying to achieve. And for me, it's so far-reaching as well, isn't it? Because you can do so much for people that need it. Let's be honest, right? Best of luck with everything that you do.
Thank you.
Shall we finish? I'll just look at the time. Shall we finish on a fun piece?
Yes.
Okay, Amanda, are you sitting down?
Yes.
Good, because I'm going to hand you over to Morgan for the random question of the week.
Oh God.
Good luck.
Why me? Why not AD?
I think he's already had one.
He's already had.
Yeah, I think he's already had one.
Favorites, I'd say. But everyone's in this as well, so it's not just you.
Oh, okay.
Right, you ready?
What are you doing?
It's quite normal.
Yeah, this happens every week.
Random question of the week. So I guess they don't get the opportunity to have this ahead. So you're on the edge of your seat. That's what it's made for. If you could have a charity football match between any team in real life or fictional, who would they be? Why?
My goodness me.
I can see Jess's brain already working.
Well, I think for me, it's going to have to be a team full of unicorns, isn't it? It'd have to be a team full of unicorns, possibly maybe against Ipswich. I think that would be quite entertaining. Because if you actually can appreciate that these unicorns are huge, great big inflatable creatures, I guess, and you're playing, and you're trying to do a tackle, all that's going to happen is they're going to bounce into this unicorn and literally just fly off the pitch. So I think that's my answer.
It's a great answer. Really did not expect that. That's fantastic. 80.
Gosh, I do not know where to go with this. Charity football match between two teams. For me, I'm going to go down the sensible route. I think, one charity football team versus another charity football team, and let's get double the awareness for two potentially beneficial charities, I guess. And it doesn't matter what the players are for each of those teams, because it's all about the kind of the message and the support, I guess, would be my sensible answer.
Yeah, love that.
That was very diplomatic. Jet, look at his face. Look at that guy's face. He's ready for this.
Well,
Jez, go on.
I was until AD went really serious there. And I've now got ask the question again, please, Morgan, just to remind the viewers at home what the question was.
The question is, if you could have a charitable fundraising football match between any team, fictional or non-fictional, throughout the entire history of the game, who would it be and why?
Okay. EastEnders versus Coronation Street. I'd have Pat Butcher in goal. I'd have. Who do I have left back?
Don't know.
Who's a fan of Coronation Street?
I am.
Start thinking about your Coronation Street 11, because I've got a clue about Coronation Street. I'd have Ian Beale left back. Centre back Phil and Grant.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd have right back. I'd have Cindy Beale. Don't know why. Okay. Right wing. I'd have. Really think about this now. No.
Well, you've gone too far.
Who was the one that Richard Blackwood played?
I don't remember.
Richard Blackwood was on EastEnders.
You know too much about EastEnders.
Have you not heard his accent? His corrupted accent.
Yeah, my corrupted Norfolk accent. Yeah, Peggy Mitchell centre mid, because she just pulls all the strings, doesn't she? She just pull,
like Pirlo.
Yeah, Peggy Mitchell, Peggy Pirlo Mitchell. Yeah. I don't know. I think I've taken up too much of your time with the answer. Yeah. Who would you have in your team, Morgan? Who would you have as your charity?
So the game would be. Does anyone remember the Hurricanes? We're all of that sort of similar age. Don't pretend you don't. The Hurricanes. Don't you remember that show?
Nope.
Do you remember Captain Planet?
No.
Okay, so I would have just for this, because you've ruined it. The 93-94 Norwich City side with Mike Walker versus the Man City side we beat 3-2. There you go.
What would the
Very
score
good. When we beat Man U 3-2, obviously you do. You obviously can't, forget that. Well, that's when we were in Germany, and Max, my son, was Man City's mascot that day.
No.
Yeah, honestly, someone arranged that for him while we were in Germany. Yeah, Max came back. Right. Yeah, mad, isn't it? Mad.
He's Man City's mascot.
Yeah, which is rare, isn't it? Like that doesn't normally happen, does it?
So that's basically, brilliant. What you're saying is the reason why we beat Man City is because Max was his mascot.
Because there was a Norwich fan as a Man City. Yeah, but he was. Do you know what I mean? He was 10. Do you know what I mean? 11. So he supported them both, didn't he?
And how is Max at the moment? I'm sure he's excited about summer holidays.
No, he left school last year. He doesn't get summer holidays anymore. He's got a plumbing apprenticeship.
Does
Yeah,
he? Fair
that
play
was
to
him
him.
in the background, just off to his mates on his moped. Yeah, he's amazing, actually, absolutely amazing. Yeah, he's a
Brilliant.
very good lad. Yeah.
No, fair play. I mean, you know, that's a good friend of mine. Morgan's met him. Is a plumber, and it's a tough gig. So, you know, fair play to going into a trade, and, you know, best of luck to him.
We'll be
But
getting
I
through
just
some,
thought,
Amanda.
but do you know what I mean? You talk about, like, you know, just that sort of connection, you know, and you saying that, and then me like, oh, because that was one of the things that the people did for Max when we were going through that rubbish time, you know.
Yeah.
And again, you know, you talk about the boy that met Luke Littler, Max's face that day. Oh, God bless him. You know, he'd hate that picture now, but it was like that on the pitch. You know what I mean? It's just brilliant. And as I say, that was when we were going through a rough time. So I just think that was lovely that you mentioned that match. But yeah, your teams were good as well.
It was meant to be. Jez having about early 90s cartoons was meant to be.
Yeah. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for coming on. It's
thanks for having me.
No, anytime. And if there's anything, as I said, you know, if you've got any other events that you want to come on and promote, please do, because we'd love to talk some more about the charity and you know, raise the awareness of it. So yeah, I mean, just one final time. Well, before you do that, actually, is there anyone that you want to say hello to? Anyone you want to say thank you to for anything, really? I guess.
For me, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Benny McCann for suggesting that we have this match, because he's just a legend. April Wood, she's helping us as well. She's doing fab. And Danny Maloney, he's going to be doing the auction on the night. He's great. He always does our compare and our balls. And obviously you, AD, for saying you'll play, all the legends, but anybody that supported Amber's Army right back from the beginning and up until now, just thank you.
How can anyone that's listening to this now or watching us on YouTube, how can they donate to the charity? We will put a link in the description for this episode.
Yeah, so if you can follow us on everything, Facebook, Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. We have got a TikTok page, but that's in early stages. We've just got one unicorn dance on there at the moment. There's not much. We need to get that up and running. But our website, ambersarmy.org.uk, you can go on there and you can support us. If you're running Run Norwich, you can pledge to raise some money for us and wear our tops. You don't have to be a unicorn if you don't want to. But yeah, just get online and you'll just see all the things that we're up to. I think that's the thing. And just share everywhere people live. Share it with friends, because that's the key thing, I think.
No, 100%.
Have you spoken to the Community Sports Foundation at all?
For what, Morgan? For what, linking up or?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ian came to Amber's funeral. He was super supportive at the start. And you know, Ian's always up for talking about getting together and doing bits and pieces. But you just have to remember that we are both charities and for completely different things. So, you know, we speak often, but in terms of like a collaboration event, I think it would be quite tricky. I know, AD, you said about a charity versus a charity, but I think it's a little bit trickier, isn't it, when I think it's the Sports Foundation, not in a negative way. I just think, you know, because they do such amazing things, but totally different to the kind of things I do. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, okay,
yeah.
Just thought I'd ask, because we recently spoken to Ian, haven't we, Jez? And
yes,
talked about Run Norwich. I'm actually volunteering at Run Norwich, helping people with bibs and packs and things like that. So I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm not taking part myself, you know, but I'm still trying to do my little bit. So yeah, it's all good.
I kind of stand by the fact that we brought into the fancy dress to Run Norwich. I really do, because back in 2023, Ian was having a fit because it was meant to be like really windy, and I was like, it'll be fine, Ian. There's loads of inflatable unicorns. It'll be fine. Don't worry. So I think he's always a bit like, God, Amanda, you know what I mean? Like 4 unicorns, great, nice one. But yeah, he's a good guy.
No, yeah, 100%. Right, so let's see. thanks once again, Amanda. And for anyone else listening, you can like and subscribe on our channel, and also follow us on all the social media channels as well. You can watch the show on YouTube and listen to us all on all the podcast channels. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I've been Jez Davies.
I've been.
Oh, Jez.
Go on, AD.
Sorry. I know we've spoken about the event, but I don't know if you actually mentioned what date it was. So
Yes,
it's just to say it's on August the 31st, isn't it?
That's quite an important. That's quite an important thing. That AD. I'm
Yes,
glad you brought that
Sunday,
up.
August the 31st.
At
And what's
Toontown Club.
Yeah, you can get tickets on the gate, or you can get tickets, go to our website or our socials to get tickets, but you can get them on the gate. Adults are £10, children are £5. Well done, AD.
Yeah, that's very good of you to remember.
See you there, Amanda.
So did
Thanks,
I.
everyone. So I've been Jez Davies.
I've been Morgan Hewitt.
AD.
I've been AD.
I've been Amanda.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.